Hi, this is Roger, and welcome to part 3 of creating your own 11 ball video arcade game. Now, last time we built the background image for our game, and this time we're going to be creating the pool balls for the game. Unfortunately, last time I overlooked something. If you'll notice here, we're missing a pocket right up here. That's an easy enough fix, so let's get to it. Let's go ahead and load up Gimp. File, open, desktop, 11 ball, pictures, and the one we saved was the PNG file. Okay, basically all we're going to do is copy this pocket, turn it over, and move it up here. So let's hit the number 3 key to zoom in, scroll down, select rectangle select. Now get right above the pocket here and come all the way down just to the wood grain, but not on the wood grain. Up a little bit wide here, so let's pull it in. Oops. There we go. Control C to copy, Control V to paste. Now we'll go up here to Tools, Transform, Rotate, and we want to swap it 180 degrees, so key in 180, flip it. Now go back and hit the rectangle select again, and let's zoom out. Put your cursor over, grab it, hold down your left mouse button and move it, and get it up here. Now to make sure we line it up good, let's go to Image, View, Show Grid, Image, Configure Grid, and let's change this to 50. Alright, you can see we're just on the inside of that line here. So let's zoom in, scroll up to it, grab it, pretty doggone close. Let's see here. Over one click. That looks good. I'm going to zoom out and just click anywhere else, and that's it. File, export, and pick the same one, the PNG file. And yes, we are going to replace it. Export. And there we go. Now let's get rid of this one. Just hit the X here. It is gone. Discard, yes. Alright. Now we're going to start creating our pool balls. Okay, I had a slight interruption, but I'm back. Okay, we're going to be creating the pool balls. First thing we need to do is select our background color here and make it white. Just put everything to 100 on the RGB up here. Okay. File. New. Now the size we want is 600 by 600. And then we have a white background. Now we're going to need a grid so we can line stuff up. So we'll say Show Grid under View, and then View, Snap to Grid, then Image, Configure Grid. Over here on the spacing, we want 100 by 100. Okay. Now make sure you have your select rectangle. Go down here, say expand from center. Click and hold in the center. Pull out, and get the the inside two rows right here. And pick the 4 color. Now the one ball is yellow, so let's pick yellow. Okay, let's turn the blue down, green and red up, I think that's a good color, red, yellow there. Make it a little bit brighter. So, and let's go ahead and move it over so we have it saved. Okay. Get your bucket fill the center section. Okay. Go hit your ellipse. And let's swap the white and yellow. Click, select, expand from center. Click in the center. And expand. We want an oval shape. And I'm going to say go down here and just change these to 50 by 100. It's a smaller circle, and you can look at the picture here. They have really small circles for the number. And let's go ahead and get bucket fill and fill. Now the reason why we want an ellipse and not a circle is when we wrap this around the sphere, this is going to expand, and it'll look like a circle then. Alright, now make sure we select none. And we need black. They're all zeros. And pick our text. And make sure this says, let me scroll it up here. Make sure it's Arial bold. You can hit here and select it. And 90 should be good. Go ahead and click it and the number 9. Now go up here under layer, crop to content. It just makes it a smaller, just covers the number 9. Now we're going to go over here, and this is the scale tool. Click it, stretch it to fill it better, and we, like I said earlier, it's going to be, we need to narrow it a little bit because it's going to be expanding in this direction. Now we need to go here to the alignment tool, select it, and hit, we're going to line it back up in the center. Go back to scale. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, before we merge, I was going to merge it out. Let's make a copy of this, duplicate layer. And let's turn the eye off so we don't be seeing it. Now let's merge down. And now it's all one. Now we go to filters, map, map object. Let's get rid of this wireframe. Update the screen. Make sure we have transparent background. And select sphere. There we go. There's our pool ball. Now, if you look at our picture here, see how they're rotated up and down to the side? That way they're not actually being covered up when a ball's in front of them. So, we need to rotate it. We go here to orientation. On the rotation side here, we can see we can rotate it. So let's turn it a little bit that way, a little bit that way, and turn it up. Whoops. No, that's a little bit too much. Let's see here. You know, all these, all of them look pretty good around 25. So let's say minus 25, minus 25, minus 25. I think that's close. Yeah, okay. Now we also want our light. We want to change our light. Okay, let's go. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now you might want to write these numbers down so the next time when we do the next ball, they're all the same. But I like the shadowing there. I like the little white spot there. So say OK. And make sure this says point light too. OK. And there it is. Now, we need our shadow down here. So let's add a layer, new layer. Make sure it says transparency. OK. And we'll go back to ellipse select. Expand from center. Click right underneath and pull out. Alright, let's scroll down. 200 is good because that's from there to there. And let's make this 40. Now we got our black, that's good. Fill it. Okay, that's in front. So what we're going to do is take this layer here and slide it down to the bottom. Now it's behind it. Okay, and like I said, we're not using this one. Right now we're not looking at it. So that's good there. Instead of merging this down, we're going to save this like this, keep it separate. But now we can say File, Export As, Desktop, 11 ball, Pictures, and let's name this 9. Whoops, let me make it 9 ball. And make sure it says PNG. Export. Export. Okay, now we can go ahead and delete that picture. So click right there and delete. Alright, let's make another. Duplicate the layer. Turn it on. And don't know why that's still there, but oh, I never did get select. None. There we go. Now the next one's the next ball we're going to do is a 10 ball since it's a stripe. So let's pick our full color. Let's go blue. Actually, I like that color. Okay. Bucket fill. Okay, go back to black. Hit our text. We're making this one a little bit wider. 10. Layer. Crop to content. Transform. Okay, go back to alignment. Okay, I think we're need a little bit close. Let's squeeze it in just a little bit more. Alignment. Center it again. Oh, I didn't select it. Let's select it. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to merge down, filters, map. See, everything's preset because we haven't gotten out of it, so luckily everything's good. So say OK, and we still have our shadow there. So File, Export As, change this to 10 ball, and it's already in the right folder. Export. Let's go ahead and delete it. Duplicate the layer again. Turn it on. Alright, now we got our solid balls. So, and we already got the right yellow here, so that's fine. So let's go back Pick it. There's a yellow we saved. And we're going to fill. Go back to black. Text. One. Layer. Crop to content. Okay, we're going to scale it. Make it a little bit taller. Squeeze it. Alright, let's realign it. Oh, got to select it. Now, see on this one ball, let me make it a little bit wider too. And realign it again. Select it. There you go. But see how it's kind of off-centered there? That's because it's a little big, long little tip here is throwing it. So let's scroll down here. Set your offset to like -4. And now do it. It'll shift it over. If we change this more. Whoops. See how it offset it? But it looks like -4 is good. There we go. Merge down. Okay. Tools. Whoops, sorry. Filters. Map. Map object. Okay. File. Export as one ball. Delete layer. Duplicate layer. Turn it on. Go back to our swap colors, pick it, and there's the blue we saved. That way we're using the same blue as we did on the 10 ball. Go back to black, text, 2, layer, crop to content, transform, alignment, select, that looks good. Merge down, filters, map object. Whoops. Okay. File. Export as 2 ball. Now we're just going to go through the same process all the way up to get all 10 balls. Now I'm going to go ahead and do it, but I might speed it up in the video. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, that's all the balls. So I'm going to take a little break right now, and then I'll be right back because we got more to do. This time we're going to go ahead and make a few more graphics. We're going to make the selection little triangle thing, and we're going to be making the points that show up when you go ahead and complete an 11 ball. But before that, I want to look at the balls we just made and see all this up here. This is all empty space, but it is taking up memory. So this file is actually quite a bit bigger than we need. And when you draw the picture, this is the starting point here, and all this in here is all just basically empty memory that's not actually being used but tied up. And it takes time to draw all this blank, even though it's not drawing anything. So basically what I want to do is kind of minimize all this excess waste of memory. So to do that, I mean, if you've already closed your job out, that's fine. Just open up, get back up, and load in your balls. Okay, load in one to start with. And then after that, open the rest as layers. Open as layers. And just pick all the balls. Okay, we got 8, 5. But we'll open them as layers. It should be the last one. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we got all 10 balls. And let's change our grid to, let's do it 20 by 20. And make sure you do your rectangle select, and if this is clicked, click it off to expand. We don't want to do that. Basically, we want to get close to this, but I would still like to keep a square. In other words, we could probably go right here, draw a rectangle, and there'd just be a little bit of space around it. But as you click and hold, you can see down in the bottom center it says rectangle 320 by 340. I'd rather make it a square, so click it over 340 by 340. So now we need to go ahead and do a new, and do it 340 by 340, and we'll go ahead and create another layer. Make sure it's transparent, and we'll delete this background. So now if you look up here, you got 2. This is where our collection of balls are, and this is our new one. So we'll take our first one, make sure it's highlighted, and we have it already selected. So we'll say Control C to copy. Go to this one, Control V to paste. Whoops. Let me try that again. Select none. Do a rectangle select 340 by 340. Control C. Control V. Okay, I'm not going to anchor this down. I'm just going to go ahead and say File, Export As, Desktop, 11 ball, Pictures, and that's the 2 balls. So I'm going to go ahead. Yes, I am replacing it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and delete that layer. Go to the next one. Let me go ahead. I can go ahead and delete this layer and select none. We need to reselect and do it again. 340. Control C. Control V. File. Export as. 3-ball. Yes, replace. I just want to make sure I was recording. Okay. Now down here you can just click this X and it'll get rid of that layer. Back here, delete layer. Select none. Reselect the rectangle again. Control C. Control V. File. Export as. I forgot which one that was. That's the 10-ball. File. Export as. 10-ball. I'm going to do this for every single one. I'll probably speed this up since it's just a repeat of everything over and over. Like I said, I'm just going to every ball, selecting a part of it, copying it to a smaller version, or at least not really a smaller version of a ball, but a smaller file. So once again, I forgot 7-ball. Yep, file. Okay, that's good. I was just double checking that they're all 340. So we can go ahead and get rid of no, yeah, let's get rid of this. Okay, well, I'll get rid of this too. Alright, now we're going to say File, Open Recent, and let me just pull the 5-ball in. View, Show Grid, View, Snap to Grid, Image, Configure Grid, and let's do 50 by 50. I'm just using this as a background check, so I can draw my little triangle. So let me create another layer, transparent, and make sure that one's highlighted. We're going to pick our lasso, and let's see here. I tell you what, let's go 10 by 10. Oh, it's on 50. Let's do 20. There you go. Well, this is the center one. I want to be a little bit off. Click. Come down to here. Click. Over here. Click. Just try to make a triangle. This is a little bit off, so I can left mouse button, grab and pull. There we go. That looks a little better. Now, I guess I should have set the colors up before, but there's our selection. And we're going to do edit, stroke selection. Make sure we should make sure it's black here to start with, and we're going to set it. Let's set this to 3, and stroke. Basically, we're just putting a black outline around that selection. Now we're also going to do edit, or select, I'm sorry, shrink, and let's shrink it by 6. Actually, before I do that, let's pick here, and let's pick a dark gray. So let's see. There we go. Okay. Edit. Fill with foreground color. Select. Shrink. Okay. Edit. Whoops. Before we do that, pick a color. Let's go to a much lighter gray. It's okay. Edit, fill with color, and we got a little triangle there. Now I'm going to do some highlighting. This is the most drawing I have ever done because I'm not very good at it. Let's zoom in. Okay, we'll hit our pen, our pencil, and let's go back to our color. Let's pick the dark gray. Okay, click once in the corner, draw up, and hold the shift key. Up, I hit the wrong gray, sorry. Let's hit the light gray. Okay, click, hold shift key, pull. Well, let's do select none first. Now let's try it again. Pen, click, there we go, shift key, click. Alright, let's do the same thing here. Click, shift, press and hold shift key, click. And here, click, press hold shift key, click. And zoom back out. I'll do number 2 here. Basically, I was just setting borders. Okay, now that we got a limit, we're on the light gray here. I want to pick bucket fill. Where'd it go? I want to fill this in here. Now, I'm going to Control Z, undo that. Let's make that a little bit darker. Okay, now we'll fill it. Okay, I want this one right here a little bit darker than this, but lighter than that. So let's go back and do it, and let's pick it somewhere around there. And bucket fill here. Oops. Control Z, I hit the wrong spot. There we go. I think that should be darker still, so try it again. There you go, dark, a little bit less dark there. And zoom back out, hit the 1 key, and there's our selection. Now, undo this. Now, I know, like I said earlier, about the loss of memory, but this is going to make it easy to line it up with the ball all the time. So, click the eye on that one. File, export as. It's in the right location. I'm going to call this select and export it. Now we have our select little icon there. Every time we pick a ball, we can throw it in the same location as the ball because it starts in the same place as the ball. And when it pops up, this is what it'll look like, saying that you picked this one. Okay, I'm going to take a little break now. Okay, I neglected to say earlier when we were doing the drawing with the pen here to check this size. If the size is off, like there, when we do like click and draw, click, see how wide the line is? The size should have been set to 1. That way when you click, it's really small. So just hope it didn't catch you. So to start with, we're going to leave this up for just a second. We're going to be putting in, we're going to be creating our little points graphics. They're like minus 100 points or plus 100 points. So it's on the video, it looked like it was right around here. And let's see what size it is. So let me do selection. Click. Okay, if you look down in the bottom where it says rectangle, it's 180 by 80. So let's undo that. File new. Set it to 180 by 80. Okay. And let me go ahead and delete this one. I don't need this anymore. Alright, we're back on that one. We want a layer, new layer. Make sure it's transparent. Okay. And delete our background layer. So now we got that. And let's go to pick our colors. Okay, we need another green. Let's just say green. That looks like a good green. Okay. And background, we need black. Okay, so now we'll select our text. We'll go from corner to corner. Oh, set this to 80. I think that would be a good size for that. Yeah, set. So anyways, we're going to say 100. Now right click, scroll down to where it says alpha to selection, make our black show, say edit, stroke selection, 4 is a good width, stroke, and all we're doing again is just putting black outline around it. Now say layer, crop the content, alignment, well, select it, left, right, and I'm not going to merge it or anchor it. I'm just going to go ahead and say file, export as, desktop, 11 ball, pictures, and the title. Now Visual Basic does not like numbers in the front for files, so I'm going to put a letter P for plus 100. Export it, export. I'm going to delete the layer, just the text layer here. Unselect our selection, go back to green, text, Let's go down a little bit here. Okay, 200. Right click, alpha to selection, swap colors, edit, stroke selection, stroke, align, select, align it. Oh, I forgot to do layer, crop to content. I forgot to do that. Now selection, select, left, select. There we go. File, export as P200. Export. Export. Okay, delete layer, select none, swap color, but now we need to pick red. So here, let me just go red all the way up, green and blue down. Okay, select text, corner to corner. Okay, this is minus 100. Right click the text layer, alpha to selection, swap color, edit, stroke, stroke, layer, crop to content, alignment, select, center it, file, export as. In this case, it's going to be M for minus 100. Export, export, delete layer, unselect, swap color, text, corner, corner, minus 200, right click, alpha to selection, swap color, edit, stroke, stroke, layer, crop to content, alignment, select, align it, file, export as M200, export, export. I'll go ahead and close this whole thing out. Now, desktop, 11 ball, pictures, make it bigger. That should be everything. We got all 10 of our balls. Uh-oh, looks like I messed up on my 9 ball, didn't I? I'll fix that later. 100, 200, 300, 400. Looks like I messed up on my 200 too. But anyways, I'll fix these and then I'll be back. And next time we're going to actually start doing the coding and writing the code for the program. And until then, I'll see you later. Thank you for watching, and don't forget, if you like the video, please select the thumbs up, give me a like, and hit the little box that says subscribe. Thank you.